situation. Clark going the first down. At the 46-yard line of land, he'll be fourth down. But the basic point...
Pittsburgh ain't in it, fella, just like I told you. Remember that? Now what you got to say?
Life of a man who temporarily, at least, was going through a personality crisis. For a time, he found himself right in the middle of rock and roll's fast lane. But they got through it, and John was starting over. He had a new record album recorded just 2 months ago. It was a good album that was receiving general public acceptance. John Lennon was back until an assassin ended the life of this fantastic talent. A man who changed the history of rock and roll. Perhaps the most tragic aspect of what's happened is that John Lennon was back. He was performing. He got the energy back. He had made an album. He is just about completing a second album. And this random act by this assassin has ended what was to be a second coming of John Lennon.
I would like to say something. I'd like your attention, please. This is very important, and I want you all to understand that I am not a person who likes to be the of any bad news, but I think that I would like to, for those of you that don't know this, because I couldn't, it's been really hard for me to do this show tonight, but I did it in memory of people like this man, like Dr. Martin Luther King, and like someone that recently was shot. He was shot tonight 3 times, and I will tell you who, and I know that maybe you won't be able to sing this song with me, but the song is about people like him that have lived and died for the principle of unity for all people. And I'm talking about Mr. John Lennon. So I'm very sorry to have to tell you that. But when I found it out, it's still very hard for me to do this show, even now. But I know that he would want me to continue to express those same feelings as he has in his life.
I wasn't shocked. Not saying that I expected for it to happen to him, but I expected that in time that kind of thing would begin to happen, unfortunately, to artists, to those that express how they feel in that form. I'm so very sorry and so very broken-hearted that it happened.
We will always have his music and his words, which were as much a contribution of John Lennon as his music were the words and the poems and the spirit that he left behind.
I think when a writer or an artist is able to express himself through song, it really is the silent soul speaking in song.